Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. I am here today with John Lee Dumas. John Lee Dumas is the founder and host of the award-winning podcast Entrepreneurs on Fire. With over 1 million monthly listens and 7 figures of annual revenue, JLD is spreading entrepreneurial fire on a global scale. His first traditionally published book, The Common Path to Uncommon Success, is available for pre-order now at uncommonsuccessbook.com. And I feel like such a lucky girl today to have JLD on the second time in 1 month. He is one of the number one podcasters out there with millions of followers. And you know, over time of putting in the reps, he has developed so much excellence that in a short and sweet episode, you get so much value and so much gold. Our last episode, episode 249 with John Lee Dumas, we talk a lot about putting your toe in the water as an entrepreneur and how to stop doing that, just sitting on the edge of your dreams with your toe in the water. And today I heard Forbes Riley talking about putting your dreams in a drawer because maybe somebody didn't agree with your dreams, they didn't think you could achieve them, they talked you out of your dreams, and somewhere along the line you stopped believing it was possible. So you packed away your dreams and you put them in a drawer. Today, we're going to take those dreams back out, dust them off, and see why they're possible. And I just have to say, when he came on in that episode, it was life changing for me because I was sitting on the edge of my dreams with one foot in the water, and I took the leap, and the rest is history. We're just about finished renovating the expansion of my gym, the Sisterhood of Sweat. So John Lee Dumas and Todd Durkin, Coach Todd Durkin, and I would say Body by Jake, they all had advice that they gave me that really resonated and helped me to follow through with the dreams I've had for a lifetime. So I just want to tell you, this is anything with JLD is amazing. And today, as I was listening to him talk, I kept thinking, pretty much whatever people are doing out there, just do the opposite. Do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. I love it. And when I was looking at his Instagram today, this really leapt out at me because his book, of course, is The Common Path to Uncommon Success. So, if everybody is doing it one way, there's a good chance you can find your niche by giving exactly in the opposite direction. And this is by Sam Walton of Walmart, this quote. So, I just wanted to lead with that. And let me just tell you what the episode is about. We talk about how many people have been lied to by self-proclaimed experts in the online business world, and why you shouldn't sign up for like a million courses. What the number one reason entrepreneurs are failing at such a high percentage, why identifying our big ideas are simply not enough. And I asked him also, as entrepreneurs, we have a million ideas a minute. Why it's so important to harness it down to one or just a few, because you want to do it well, right? And we also talk about what your favorite step is on the 17-step roadmap. Everything's a process. And in my book, The Sisterhood of Sweat Project, it's all about the process Also, in my other book, The Sisterhood of Sweat, it's all about following the process. If you don't have a process, you're less likely to achieve your dreams. What do people really want to achieve in their lifetime? What is it that you really want? You could be chasing all these squirrels out there and miss your dreams that are in the drawer. So what is it that you really want? Pull those dreams out of the drawer. And can you share today? I asked him to share details about his book launch and his book. So many good tidbits and tips today. Without further ado, let's dive in to this episode with the one, the only John Lee Dumas. How are you?
Linda, thank you so much for having me. I am literally and figuratively on fire. I'm excited to chat.
I love it. I'm so excited. I got ignited this morning when it was an unexpected pleasure to find you on my friend's podcast and Tony Watley, and I loved it. And we're going to be talking about your new book today. I'm so excited to talk about it because it's all about common success being uncommon. I love it. Tell me the title and give me the details about this.
Right here, Linda, The Common Path to Uncommon Success. This book is a 17-step roadmap to financial freedom and fulfillment. So if any of that is interesting to you, check this book out.
Oh gosh, I am so excited. I'm definitely getting a copy. I'm an entrepreneur through and through. Every time I take a personality test, and I own a business as a happenstance, but I'm just saying, I'm excited about your book, but I really want to get the audience some of the juice today. And so one of my first questions for you is, how have people been lied to by the self-proclaimed experts in the online business world?
Let's break it down. Listen, there are amazing experts in the online business world. They are giving a ton of value to this world. They're doing some amazing things. And then there are what I like to call these so-called experts. And the red flags need to start popping up for all of you when you start hearing stuff like, oh, the path to success, it's hidden, it's secret, it's complicated, but I have the key for $1,997.97. And we see a lot of that going on these days. My friends, I want you to know this. I've interviewed over 3,000 of the world's most successful entrepreneurs on my podcast, Entrepreneurs on Fire, over the past decade. My show's gotten over 100 million total listens. I have 1.4 million monthly listens of the show. And there are some very simple truths that I really want to share with you today. The path to success is a common one. Of these 3,000 interviews that I had, I boiled down all the commonalities, and it came down, Linda, to 17 core foundational principles that every successful entrepreneur shares. Just 17, not 18, not 16. There were 17 core foundational principles. I put it into a chronological roadmap, step 1 to step 17. And I wrote this book, The Common Path to Uncommon Success. I wrote this book, which is a 17-step roadmap to financial freedom and fulfillment. And by the way, this book is not my genius. This book is the genius of the 3,000 entrepreneurs I've interviewed over the past decade, put into this roadmap here for you.
I love it so much. And I want to just add, who has time to take all of those courses on top of it all? I mean, if you did fall for some of it and you're signing up for this and this and this and this, pretty soon you're like, I have no time to make money. I'm too busy learning all these courses. So I want to ask, what is the number one reason entrepreneurs are failing at such a high rate?
Listen, there's a reason why entrepreneurs are failing at such a high rate. They've never even identified their big idea, Linda. They don't even know what their big idea is in this world. They have a big idea. Some people, it's buried deep inside of them, but they've never even sat down to identify it. They say, oh, look at what Linda's doing, or John, or person X, Y, or Z. They're having success. And then they become a weak, pale imitation of that successful entrepreneur. Nobody wants a weak, pale imitation of somebody else. What people want is the best version of you. And if you're hearing my voice, if you're seeing my face, like, you're special, you are unique, you are a snowflake in this world. You have a big idea deep inside of you. That's what we do in step one, chapter one of this book. For maybe the first time in your life, I actually take you through a process that allows you to identify your big idea that's special and unique to you, so that you can wake up every single day and live in your zone of fire. That's the key. That's the magic.
Why is identifying your big idea simply not enough?
Well, listen, Linda, you must have read a little bit of this book, because you are right. Because identifying your big idea is an exciting time, but it's step one of a 17-step process. It's only step one. You must move into step two and take your big idea, which you have now, and discover the niche within your big idea. Understand the void that's not being filled. Find an opportunity that you can serve better than anybody else, because you have to get initial traction, initial momentum, and you have to become the best solution to a real problem. And to do that, you've got to have your big idea, discover a niche within your big idea that's an opportunity that you can dominate and own, and then you can win.
You know, I did think about having a show, Listen to Linda. Listen, Linda, listen. But I have so many ideas all the time as an entrepreneur. And so do you think it's really important to harness it down to one big idea then?
Listen, you need to take it one step at a time. You need one big idea that you go all in on and you dominate. Nobody wants the second best solution, the 10th best solution. Everybody wants the single best solution to a real problem that they have. And I want to emphasize the words real. They don't want the best solution to a problem they could care less about. People want the best solution to a real problem that they have. If you can become the best solution, guess what people will do, Linda? They'll beat a path to your doorstep, because everybody wants the best solution to a real problem. When you have the second best or the 10th best, they could care less. They're going to the first best solution to a real problem. That's where people win. I've interviewed 3,000 of the entrepreneurs that I mentioned that went into this book over a decade. And one of the commonalities is they became the best solution to one real problem. And you can too, following the process.
I love it. And I love the whole idea of steps, because when you tell me there's steps involved, I know that it's a roadmap. So what is your favorite step in the 17-step roadmap?
This is a 71,000 word book. Average chapter is 3,500 words. Chapter 7, step 7, my favorite chapter, 13,500 words. It could be a business book in and of itself. It is an amazing chapter. It is a beast of a chapter. It is design your content production plan. Let me tell you this, Linda. It's going to be some harsh truth for most of your listeners and viewers to hear, but your content production plan, if you're hearing my voice, I'm speaking to you, your content production plan is terrible. It's terrible. I understand that though, because I had a terrible content production plan and I paid for it. Over a decade of working on it, I've turned Entrepreneurs on Fire into a fantastic content production machine. You cannot have success in life if your content production plan is not amazing. Step 7 is 13,500 words with exercises, with templates, with the exact process that you need to design an amazing content production plan. Period. End of story. So first off, just understand that I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be honest. Your content production plan is terrible, but don't worry. This chapter, this step will make it amazing and your life will change forever.
I love the fact that that is your favorite chapter, because I find in my book, The Sweat Project, that it is all about the process and having those steps, like you said. And like when people say trust the process, if you don't even know what the process is, you're lost.
Linda,
And
did you get those abs in that magazine behind you by not having a system, by not having a process, by not waking up every morning, sweating, working out, eating the right foods, doing the right things? Of course you did. Otherwise, you would not have had, the abs that you have in that photo right there. It goes with everything in life, my friends. Get a system, get a process, get a production plan in place. Then you have a chance of winning. Without it, your brain wins. And what does your brain really want? It wants to avoid pain. It wants to seek pleasure. And then thirdly, it wants to not expend energy. Because when you expend energy, then you've got to go find more food. And you might not be able to go find more food. So we want to be lazy. Your brain wants you to be lazy up to a certain level. Not so you're going to starve to death, but up to a certain level, we've got to circumnavigate what our brain wants. And that comes with a content production plan.
And I just have to laugh. My business coach said to me, systems are sexy, babe. And I have never forgot it, because everything, like when I run a gym, it has to have a system. And there's always those steps, like you make it to this great success. You're a multimillionaire. You had steps to get there. You didn't fall there by accident. It didn't just happen like you walked out the door and you're a millionaire. And I know a lot of us are achieving all the time. We're achieving, greatness maybe at work. You're achieving greatness on your rock climb up to Mount Kilimanjaro. You're achieving greatness. But what do people really want to achieve in their lifetime?
You know what people really want to achieve? They want to achieve freedom. They want to be free to do these three things, Linda. They want to wake up in the morning and they want to do what they want to do, where they want to do it, with whom they want to do it with. When you truly wake up in the morning and you can honestly look in the mirror and say, you know what today is? Today is a day of me doing exactly what I want to do, exactly where I want to do it, and exactly with whom I want to do it with. What else does a human being want? Like, you've got it. That is success. That is freedom. That is fulfillment. And guess what? 17 steps are going to get you to that freedom, to that fulfillment. It's a process. It's a step-by-step process. And I want to be clear about something, Linda. Does this say the complicated path? Does this say the hidden path? Does this say the secret path? No, it says the common path to uncommon success. But don't fool yourself. The common path is not an easy path. It's hard. It is a hard path to follow. Most people are going to fail. You're going to fail most of the time following this path because some of you just don't have what it takes to put in the work, to sit down, to create the process, to follow the 17 steps, to do the hard work. Some of you don't have what it takes. Again, I'm just being honest with you. I was an officer in the U.S. Army for 8 years. In my old line of work, people would die when you lied to them. So I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you don't have what it takes, period. Those of you that do, those of you that follow the step-by-step process, that put in the hard work, that are willing to work hard, the success is there waiting for you. Like when I launched Entrepreneurs on Fire, I knew I was choosing a hard path. I chose a hard path to build my dream business. But you know what else is hard, Linda? Being broke, living paycheck to paycheck, waking up every morning and doing what you don't want to do, but what you have to do, looking in the mirror and being disappointed at what's staring back at you because you're so underachieving your potential. That's hard too. So back in 2012, when I had the idea of Entrepreneurs on Fire, I said, that's a hard path. But being broke, unfulfilled, lacking my full potential, that's a hard path too. So both choices were hard. Both paths were a hard choice, a hard choice. But I chose my hard. I chose my hard. I built my dream business. So what heart are you going to choose? Are you going to choose the path of just being broke, not being able to support your family, your loved ones, living paycheck to paycheck, being unfulfilled, lacking your full potential? Or are you going to choose the hard to put in the work and follow the 17-step roadmap to your financial freedom and fulfillment?
You're speaking our language today, JLD. On my dream gem wall is choose your heart. And I love it. It's just all about like, what is hard? Well, being overweight is hard and being in shape is hard, and choose your heart. I love it so much.
Boom.
That is so good. Hope you guys can get a hold of all he's laying down today. It's golden nuggets falling from the sky today. Also, I really want to know, can you share some details about your book launch?
So listen, thank you for having me on today, Linda. Much appreciated. I hope some of your audience really connected with something that I shared, and those that couldn't handle it, I'm sorry. That's just the reality. But this book right here, The Common Path to Uncommon Success, has been personally endorsed by Seth Godin, by Gary Vaynerchuk, Neil Patel, Erica Mandy, Dory Clark, absolute all-stars in their field. You can go to uncommonsuccessbook.com. You can see those endorsements. You can read the first chapter of the book for free. You can see the amazing bonuses we have for you just ordering one book. You're going to also see a video of me jumping in my pool here in Puerto Rico, and then telling you more details about the book. uncommonsuccessbook.com. You got this.
Wow, you are speaking our language today. So many good things. You guys make sure to rush out, get the book. Do you have any bonuses with this book if we pre-order?
All the bonuses are listed out, uncommonsuccessbook.com.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking time today to join the audience with the Sisterhood of Sweat. And as always, keep on keeping on. Thank you so much, John.
Thanks, Linda.